Thank you.
Hi, we're Bronze Team 6, and this is the story of our DOE expedition. For weeks, we spent our time on Thursday evenings training for this expedition, from everything to pitching tents, to navigation, to figuring out what kind of food we should bring. But in early February, we were ready to go.
You were the shadow to my light. Did you feel another star?
Hi guys, I'm Hong. I like playing sports. I like going to expedition. I like talking to others.
Hello, my name's Lidiya. I was one of the navigators for this expedition. I'm also the youngest on the team, so that means everyone has to take care of me. Just kidding, this team is about taking care of one another.
Hi, I'm Kiss, and I really love to eat, so I'll be in charge for this team's meal planning and cooking.
Hello there, I'm Anis Hanani, the irreplaceable and the most lovable member of Group Bronze 6.
Hello, the name's Raihana. There's not really much I can say about myself for now. I'm sure the video will reveal my contributions and thoughts over time, so stay tuned!
Hi there, I'm Sabrina binti Amran, and I'm that awkward person who doesn't talk much, but who has a thriving personality. I like cats and I enjoy jogging at the hint of dawn or in the dead of the night. Anyways, briefly after training was over, we were instructed to backpack to Ladang Curling to camp for our trial expedition. During the trial, we learned a few lessons such as how to navigate as a team and how to communicate with each other to reach agreements about where to go and what to do. Here's the food we prepared for breakfast on the second day. We had to learn to be efficient and work with time during this period, since we had to be ready to leave the campsite very soon. This meant that some of us had to take care of the food, while the rest of us had to sort out packing the tent in our bag. The walks were generally quite tiring, especially during the second day. I mean, after braving through one extra hot day with clouds but no rain, we had to brave through yet another one. The heat really did get to us during the last stretch though, as we had to walk through an open area with barely any shade. Also at lunch we didn't even have enough food, so we made particularly sure that we brought enough during the real thing, especially since we were carrying tents, which meant more calories were used up.
To me, the trial expedition was a very memorable one. I had tons of fun. It's one of the highlights I have in KY. I think it's safe to say that as a team we bonded throughout the trial expedition and we got closer as a team, and we built chemistry during the trial expedition. And what I learned from the trial expedition, well, actually I thought it was pretty smooth and a pretty breezy, a pretty easy expedition. But one thing that I could say that I learned was that food-wise, I noticed that for the trial expedition we weren't as organized on the food aspect for the expedition, so that's why for the real expedition that we just had as a team, that's why I took it upon myself to be in charge of food, and that's why I planned the menu.
I particularly enjoyed the trial, as it was my first time camping, and it was especially fun with the lovely group of people I was with. I remember not being able to sleep, even though it was kind of cozy, thanks allergies, and singing 21 Pilots with Lidiya.
What I learned from the trail expedition is that we really have packed light so that it's easier for us to bring our bags. And also what I think about this trail expedition is that it was really fun because we get to do stuff together, and we also got to know each other much better through all the games that we played. So yeah, it was really interesting.
Okay, this is Lidiya. Lidiya, are you excited?
Yes!
Okay, Tan Cheng Hong.
Yes.
What do you think is going to be the biggest challenge for DOE?
Anis Hanani!
We decided to ask Hong exactly what he meant by this.
I don't know, just like to fight with her. Yeah, that's all.
We think that's cute.
Okay. Okay, Tan Cheng Hong,
Yeah.
how are you feeling and what are your hopes for the DOE this year?
I'm looking forward to the expedition later. I hope that as a group we can work together and make our way to the destination as soon as possible. Yeah, so good luck, guys!
Since we had already gone through the trial, I was expecting what was coming and embraced it with high hopes. Also, I wanted to get it over and done with, so I set up with the group without much hesitation.
To be honest, before we set off, I was not feeling as mentally prepared for the qualifier as compared to the trial expedition last year, and that was evident when I easily became tired during our journey to the campsite. However, in terms of item preparations, we were definitely set to go thanks to last year's experience. Nonetheless, I was still looking forward to a memorable weekend with my beloved team members.
First thing that was on my mind the moment that we set off is that I really hope that it won't rain so that it'll be easier, but I just hope that it won't be too hot as well so that the weather is just nice for us to walk. But then again, after walking for a few hours, my mind changed, my thoughts changed, and I really hope that it rained because it was really hot that day. And even Hong, like, he was about to pass out, so like I was really worried that if he passed out because like he's the only guy. So I was really worried like what's gonna happen to our team then.
Ah yes, the old campsite, Ladang Kerming. Remember when we got to camp here and walked up half a mile just to use the bathroom, and when we stayed up till like midnight playing truth while we told each other our deepest, darkest secrets? Of which was just a bunch of stuff about crushes.
Okay, so we're now at Ladang Kerling and we are heading towards our campsite.
You know, we solve it as a group, as a team. Like how we get lost in the jungle, and then we have to head back to a place where we are quite sure that we are correct, and we read the map again, we do the navigation again, and then we choose our path. Well, it was quite challenging at that time because it's in the jungle, and then we don't have a teacher to walk along with us.
Throughout the expedition, the biggest challenge would be the weather. Of course, it was so hot, and personally for me, the sun really did get to me. It messes up with your mental side. Apart from that, everything else was okay. And yes, at one point we did sort of nearly got lost, but I felt a sense of relief because I had my teammates who I can rely on and who are basically capable. So yes, thank God for that.
Okay, according to the as I remember, we have to go to Caltex petrol station, then we go to Kalumpang, and then to our final destination, Pasir Putih campsite. So where to go? Let us ask the map. I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map! Okay, so we are moving that way. Okay. Oh, I'm lost! Which way to go? Don't worry, I have my teammate. Come on, bronze 6! Hey, team! I'm lost! So what now? Okay, I guess this is the instruction, and let us read this instruction. You, give me the bearing of 300. You, read this. My English not good. Hey, give me water. You, find me.
Amboi,
So, we are moving this way, right? Okay, let's go, team!
I dah go awal dah.
We just had our lunch break and now we're on our way to the campsite.
It's the milk.
Babe, I sumpah rasa sampai sana kita kena rendam dulu sausage ni. Kan? Sausage ni sumpah dah melt. Bukan melt dah. Dah kepam okey. Bapa baju I.
I'm taking a video of their conversation.
Wait. Let me.
River.
Let's take another video.
Yeah.
Kau nak ajar apa lagi?
We're only 1 kilometer away.
Well, and then when we get to Kalumpang, because the map it is just drawn by Mr. Bowler, and which is not drawn to scale, so we find it a bit we find there's a bit problem with the map. Okay, this is just my opinion. Okay, Mr. Bowler, I'm sorry, but yeah, but that's fine. What we did was we discussed and then we just chose the road that we want, and yeah, at least we get to our destination. That's good.
At this point, I was really grateful to have my teammates with me to help with making decisions on navigation and where to go, because it was so hot that I felt like my brain couldn't make its own decisions. It took us a while to figure out where to go on Mr. Bowler's map. I mean, it's one thing for a map not to be drawn to scale, but have the road junctions not drawn to the correct shape is just confusing. This meant we walked back and forth for quite a bit, so by the time we were sure of our direction, we were really tired, and decided to take a break under this big tree. The thing is, we ended up staying there for such a long time, and we didn't even know that the campsite was so near, and we were so near to actual rest.
Man, it was just hot. Incredibly hot. The constant pull of gravity on our backs and hips just kept eating away all our energy. Going back and forth didn't help much either.
The exhaustion that I felt when we took our break was real. I mean, it was so tiring walking under the hot sun carrying a heavy bag, but I was happy that I did this with my friends because they all helped me. Even at times when I felt I wanna stop, I wanna give up because it was so hard walking under the hot sun, carrying heavy bags. But then they're willing to walk at my pace sometimes when I really can't do it anymore, and they're fine taking lots of breaks when I can't handle walking so much.
We decide to take a break.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Again. Panas sekali. What should I do? Julie's peanut biscuit.
I was relieved to a point, but then a little disappointed. The ground wasn't as soft as last time and the area was a lot smaller, not as cozy. But seeing as the facilities were so nearby and the river was running right beside us, relieved me with much pleasure.
The best part of the expedition is the moment when we reach our destination. For example, at the first moment when I see the campsite, I was so happy, so satisfied. Finally, yeah, we are here.
I was really happy the moment that I see a campsite and also when I see the river, because finally we get to rest for good for the day, because my legs have been aching so much from walking, and I was just glad the moment I see campsite from far.
Hello, girls.
Hey guys, remember when we got the first prize for pitching our tent? Woo, yeah! And we got all this chocolate!
I enjoy playing the rope swing at the campsite.
I don't know why, but personally I found it kind of difficult to sleep that night. It was the same during the trial expedition as well. It wasn't that it was uncomfortable in the tent. Like, the place where we pitched our tent wasn't very hard on the ground, but I guess it's the environment, the experience of being outside rather than in a bed in your home, that was quite different. So maybe that kept me from sleeping a bit. Other than that, I was woken up by the cold when it started raining in the middle of the night, and also when the dog was barking. So it wasn't the smoothest of nights, but I got enough sleep for the next day, so it was fine.
First things first, I was definitely grateful and relieved that the toilet was very near to the place where we pitched our tents. Then, I saw the river. We probably spent more than 2 hours enjoying the coolness of the river before realizing that we had to prepare dinner before it got too dark. Thankfully enough, there were some light bulbs hung around the camping site, so it was not as dark as what we had experienced during our trial expedition. Now, that was near pitch black. I'm not too sure about the others, but I had a good sleep that night after a tiring day one, except when the dog woke me up with its barking. I was initially annoyed with it because it was 3 a.m. in the morning, but then I thought it may have been protecting us from something. You never know. And because we stayed at such a lovely campsite, there had ought to be at least one obstacle, and the dog just happened to be that obstacle. But then again, I was pretty scared of it, especially when it tried to follow me into the toilet.
It was a really good camping experience for me because I get to learn lots and lots of new things. Like, even all this while I go camping, but we just drove there, and it's not like we walk on our own for hours trying to find our direction with compasses and maps. So like, this is like really a challenging experience for me and a new experience for me to walk, go through the jungle, go through all the shits and walk under the rain. So yeah, it was really fun.
And yeah, it was a very hot day. I mean the second day, and then almost all of us are exhausted. But that's cool because we took time to rest, and we would start walking again when everyone felt okay.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. But careful.
It's so tiring. Hey, what? I have Julie's peanut butter biscuit.
Are you tired?
Okay.
Weh, penat tak?
Penat. Sangat. I don't know why now.
And me too. Okay, interview time. Subab, what do you feel so far?
So excited!
Anis,
Yeah,
how do you feel so far?
I feel awesome.
Okay, Lidiya, how do you feel so far?
I feel so much better after that lunch stop.
Good. How about Sabo? Okay. Ketua kumpulan, anything to say?
I feel handsome.
Okay, we will leave it that far.
Wow, the journey is so long.
And then the moment when I see KY bus just right in front of me, you know, the second day when we are ending the expedition, when I see KY bus just right in front of me, I'm so happy.
It's ever been flash forward and we're taking on the world together, and there's a drawer of my things at your place. You learn my secrets and you figure out why I'm guarded.
Okay, Tan Chen Hong, as leader of Group 6, what were your contributions throughout the expedition?
I led my team, like led the navigation, like I read the map and also choose which path to go, and I decide which path to go, and I, as the only man in the group, I carried the tent. Yeah, of course, I mean the next day they helped me also, and I always do the carry stuff or some heavy stuff. Yeah, this is what I can do for my team.
What were your contributions throughout the expedition?
Well, first of all, I was in charge of food, so I had to draft up the menu for the 2 days worth of expedition, and I bought all the food. And second, I had, besides Hong, I had to carry the other tent. So yeah, that was my contributions throughout the expedition. Okay, Raihana, Aiman, what were your contributions throughout the expedition?
So my contributions included helping with directions besides Sabo. Also, I helped cook, and besides that, I made sure all the equipments were completed for us to have an enjoyable journey.
This is Sabrina, and I helped navigate, taking bearings with the compass. I also helped out with cooking dinner and other things like pitching the tent, packing away, and getting water for my teammates. Thanks everyone for a great experience. We'll treasure it always as a fun memory.
I think we really bonded as a team throughout training and both expeditions. I'm honest when I say I've grown to care about these people. Also, I've always known I have the stamina and the willpower in me to complete this kind of journey that goes on for miles and miles, but to be able to prove it to myself was really rewarding.
What I love the most, what I cherish the most, what I think I got from DOE is basically the bond and the friendship that I built along the way. I think that's the most precious thing that I got from DOE. And just like the ability to spend that chance to spend time outside of KY with people who you enjoy spending your time with, that's just precious to me.
So the lessons and takeaways that I got from the expedition include realizing the importance of having a dynamic team, and thankfully enough, that's exactly how our team was. Also, perseverance and patience are so important, especially when the weather was hot. Last but not least, it served as a reminder of how grateful I should be with the lifestyle I've been gifted with.
And given that I have to do this again, I would like to do it with my teammates again.
And I like my team a lot because they are so helpful, and thank you everyone in my team. Thank you. Ani Sanani! I mean everyone, okay? Subao, Ani Sanani, Rahana, Lidiya, Sabo. Thank you everyone. Love you all.
Thank you.
Planet Earth.